Hello, I'm Kyla and welcome to the Infinite Library. I'm coming to you from a new angle today, mostly because I'm tired and I want to sit down whilst I'm looking at the results for Goodreads. So you're getting to see my video game collection this time, and my lovely advent calendar, rather than my books for once. So, the Goodreads Awards 2023 are out. I'm pretty excited to see what there is. I have some hopefuls. I have some predictions for what I think are gonna win. We'll see how wrong I am. I'm probably gonna be very wrong because, as we know, I got absolutely thrown off by the new categories being added, and my nominations were very off, though very close still on horror, which I was pretty happy about. So yeah, I guess prediction-wise, fiction, I'm probably expecting Yellowface to win that. I'm not going to go over a bunch of the genres just because I don't know them as well. Romantasy, I'm guessing it's going to be between these two. I do think that Fourth Wing is going to take it. I haven't read Just Had Hair yet, but I've heard really good things about it, and I think this is one I might like more than Fourth Wing. So, and I've only heard good things about it. So I'd kind of like to be between these two, honestly. Sci-Fi, I would love it if In the Lies of Puppets won, because it was very much like my favourite one. I mean, I've not read much of the sci-fi, but I loved this book, so I'd love to see that at least make it to top 5. I don't have a copy of my fantasy book at the moment, but I am rooting for Amina Al-Sarafi to win. I'm just like, please, Amina, you can do it. And for YA, I'm hoping for Divine Rivals because I love this one so much. But there was honestly quite a good array of books in the YA fantasy section, so I don't know, I can't call it. But let's indeed see if Fourth Wing sweeps the Romantasy category. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen and here we are. The results are in. See the winners. Okay, so we're going to get fiction first. I'm going to guess it's Yellowface, just because I've heard so much about it. So let's find out. There we go. Okay, yeah, Yellowface. Was expecting that. So let's see, 200,000. Oh my god, that's so much more than the one below it. Oh, that's really kind of sad. The difference in votes. Oh, I'm glad to see that Wishing Game made it to the top 5. Hello Beautiful, I don't know anything about this book, to be honest. Tom Lake, yeah, was expecting that. 5-star Weekend made it to 5th. Oh, it's a shame. Shark Heart didn't make it as high as I thought it was going to. Okay, so yeah, that was kind of what I expected. Why is it on my to-read list? Oh, it is. It's just lying to me by saying it's not on my to-read list up there for some reason. I guess that's just like a standard thing that they put on. I was like, I do want to read it. So yeah, nothing too unexpected there. My gosh, the amount of votes it got compared to the others, it won by a landslide. But yeah, good for R.F. Kuang. I'm really happy for her. I've heard really good things about this book. I am quite intrigued to read it myself. Not a surprise, but I'm happy that she won. Honestly, I'm kind of tempted next year to kind of like take all the winners from all of the different categories and read them all, because I keep saying I want to diversify what genres I read, and it's kind of fun seeing what wins. So rather than like trying to do random picks from the wall, I might just pick the winners, depending on if they're all ones I want to read, I suppose. But yeah. Okay, so next, historical fiction. One I'm not too sure about. So let's see. Oh, Wayward! Oh, I'm really happy Wayward won. I almost read this. I did take it out from the library, but I was just really busy and I didn't get around to it, so I had to take it back. But I do really want to read this. It was actually initially I thought it was going to be in the fantasy books because it's kind of a mesh of genres, and I thought fantasy might have been where it was highest, but I guess it's historical, and I'm really happy because, yeah, it won. And I really want to read this, so that's exciting. Not as big of a landslide as Yellowface was, but still a decent, like, 15,000 or so votes more. Covenant of Water, I don't know anything about this book. Yeah, Lady Tapman, I was expecting to see that quite high up. Yeah. Okay, well, that's interesting. I'm really glad Wayward won. It's nice to see that there. Okay, mystery and thriller. I have no idea. I'm kind of wanting Riley Sager to not get it, just because I'd like some other books to get further up in the list. Actually, having seen Likator's recent video about Homecoming, I think that book is really intriguing to me now. So I can't really predict for this because I haven't read any of them, apart from Riley Sager. So let's see. Who won? Oh, A Housemaid Secret! Interesting. I know the first book, The Housemaid, was really popular last year. I don't think it won last year, did it? Let's have a quick look. It's got a good rating, I suppose. Yeah, so The Housemaid was last year. It was still a nominee last year. How far did it make it? Wow, I didn't even crack top 5 last year. I'm surprised because I thought it was really popular. Not a massive amount of difference. None of this is true. There's Riley Sager. He came third. Let's see where Homecoming came. Oh, all the way here? That's a shame. So it made it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8th place? Ouch. Oh, that's a shame. I've read none of these books, so... Oh, well, I've read The Only One Left, which I rated a 3-star. I wasn't crazy on it, to be honest. It was just kind of fine. But yeah, that's a surprise. I really heard no one talking about this. So yeah, maybe it's one that a lot of people got around to reading quite soon. Quite recently. When did it come out, actually? February. It's been out for a while then. So yeah, I mean, good on Freedom McFadden, I guess. Oh, if I'm reading all the winners, that means I have to read the first book as well. I mean, to be fair, the premise for this does sound interesting, so it might be one I like, so... Well, that's mystery and thriller. Okay, romance. I don't read a lot of romance, but I'm gonna guess it's either gonna be Love Theoretically, I think, by Ali Hazelwood, or it's going to be, is it Emily Henry? Happy Place or something? Those seem to be the ones I hear the most about. So, let's see. Romance... Happy Place, yeah, that was close. Oh, there we go. Love Theoretically was second as well. Oof. That did win by quite a high number, though. That's like a good almost 60,000, more than Love Theoretically. But the gap between Love Theoretically and the third book is like 35,000 or so. So these two were definitely like the really hard hitters, for sure. So... yeah, good going to both of those, honestly. I'm glad that Ali Hazelwood still got a lot of votes, even though she came second. Let's see, yours truly, We Hope from the Light, romantic comedy. Oh, 7 Years Slip. I thought that would be higher. I've heard really good things about this book. Yeah. Okay, I've obviously not read any of these, so... I do think the Pucking Around title is really funny, though. That abuses me quite a lot. So yeah, Happy Place. Not a massive surprise. I think, did Emily Henry win, like, last year as well? Let's have a look. I feel like, was it Beach Read or Book Lovers or one of these? I don't know. Hang on, 2022. Book Lovers, okay. Did that win last year? Yeah, it won last year. So, that's kind of standard, I guess, for her at this point. Okay, sorry, I still have a croaky throat. Okay, here we go. Romantasy. Is it going to be Fourth Wing? Or is someone else... Does it hurt? Maybe. Gonna be taking it. Okay, let's have a look. Fourth Wing, yes. Okay, that was very expected, to be honest. Oh my god, look at the votes. 397,000. And the second place only got 33,000. Ouch. Oh, that's painful. Everyone really did vote for Fourth Wing. I think I voted for... Yeah, I did vote for it. Only because I haven't read any of the others in this category. And I really wish I had gotten round to Jassed Hair. Oh, wait. It didn't get that much. When did it end up as? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 10th. It barely cracked top 10. That's quite sad, actually. What a shame. Hurricane Wars, Hanging City. Okay, I'm actually glad Assistant to the Billing got so high because I'm really interested in this one. So, I don't really know a lot about it, but the premise definitely appeals to me. But yeah, Fourth Wing, Total landslide. I'm not upset about it. It was kind of what I expected. I did really enjoy it. It was a 5-star. But I have a suspicion there's at least one other book in here that I would rate higher. So, yeah, no surprise. One thing won. Okay, here we go. Fantasy. God, I hope that Swordcatcher doesn't win. I really don't want it to win. I just didn't like it that much. I really want Amina Al-Sarafi to win. But if not that, Emily Wilde, I'll be quite happy about. There's a bunch of really good books, honestly. So I couldn't call what's going to win because I didn't end up reading as much of the ones as I wanted to. Trust of the Emerald Sea is a Brandon Sanderson, so that has a very high chance of winning as well. It wouldn't be my vote, sadly. I did enjoy it, and I can see how it would be other people's, like, they would love it, but I just didn't click with it, unfortunately. So, okay, let's do this. Fantasy. I'm really the most nervous about this one. Okay. I'm closing my eyes. Oh! Hellbent? Oh my god, I did not see that coming. Oh, there you go. Tress is second. Okay, Emily made it to 4th place. Oh, come on. Amina was below Swordcatcher. No! It deserves so much better than that. Oh, no. Oh. Let's see, what's the difference in votings? Okay, these are a lot closer, thankfully. 75,000 for Hellbent. Tress made 57. Yeah, I was expecting Day of Fallen Night to be up here in the top 5. I'm really glad Emily Wilde cropped top 5. Bookshops and Bone Dust, glad to see it there. I only haven't voted for it. Well, I've only not talked about it, should I say, because I only just got it around the time the awards started, and I haven't had time to read it yet. So I'm really happy to see it there in top 5 because I loved Legends of Martes. V. Schwab doesn't surprise me, even though it only just came out, because she has a huge fan base. Ironic, really. If you heard the controversy about how a lot of people are saying that Cassandra Clare's Swordcatcher book is kind of plagiarizing a lot of V. Schwab's Darker Shade of Magic series, because apparently there's a lot of similarities. I haven't read that series yet, so I can't comment. But this isn't the first time that Cassandra Clare has been kind of accused of stealing other people's ideas, so yeah. Oh dear. Starling House. Yeah, okay. Oh wow, Last Tale of Flower Bride was really low down on the list. I do think it was in the wrong category. Honestly. Like, it is fantasy is the main genre, but gothic and horror is in there, as is mystery. And I do think it should have been in the horror genre, honestly, and I think it would have performed better. Yeah, all the Greek retellings, which is the best Greek retelling of the 3 we have. Stoneblind, apparently. Probably the one I'm most interested in, so that's good. Starling House being that low doesn't surprise me because it only just came out. Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed, not gonna lie. Like, I do really like Lee Bardugo's books. I mean, I liked the Six of Crows series. I tried to get into the Shadow of Bone series, and I didn't really enjoy the first book, but I did read it a long time ago, so I'm going to give it another go at some point. And I do have Ninth House, I just haven't read it yet. So yeah, a bit disappointing, but I'm not surprised to see Tress here. I'm happy for it. Happy for Lee Bardugo, honestly, because it's pretty impressive that a sequel won. But yeah, Emily Wilde, very happy. I just wish Amina had done better because it deserves it. It's such a good book. I loved it so much. I have not given a 5-star out to a book as easily this year as I've given to that book. But never mind. Maybe when the sequel comes out, people will appreciate it more. Okay, science fiction. Could be anything, but I am hoping for In the Lies of Puppets. Let's see. Oh, it won! Oh, yay! Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, that's brilliant. I'm ecstatic that it's won. Where is it? Yes, it won! Honestly, as well, if you're not really a sci-fi fan, I would recommend this because I find it very much like it's more of a fantasy at times than I think it's sci-fi. There are sci-fi elements, but it's very deeply rooted in fantasy. And I just love this book so much. I think it was also like I had it for my book club about 2 months ago, I think, and it was really like quite well liked by a lot of people. It does get a bit heavy at times. It really tugs on the heartstrings, and it maybe doesn't have the happiest ending ever. I'd say, like, I don't want to spoil it, but honestly, I loved it so much. I buddy read this with my friend. We both adored it, so I'm so happy it got the recognition. Okay, yeah, Pierce Brown came second. I'm happy about that. Started Villain, that's the one with the cats being the villains, right? Martha Wells, she's just cracked top 5. Kate Chain Gang All Stars. I want to read that. Well, I'm really not surprised about the Jim Bar Shantyport being as low as it is because it's like not even out, or it's barely out. Okay, cool. Yay! I'm really happy. As much as I love it and I wanted it to win, I don't know sci-fi enough to know what the readership is to know if it would actually have a chance or not, but I'm so happy it won. So, yes, that's 2 books I was kind of expecting to win. Okay, horror. What did I think was going to win for this? I think Rouge by Mona Arwood has a very good chance. I've just forgotten every single horror book in the nominations now. So, I don't know, let's just go see, because I do think Mona Arwood has a good chance, but I think there was a lot of really interesting horror books that came out, so let's find out. Oh, Holly! See, I do have issues with this. I think it's up here, because it's Stephen King, and the issue is, from what I've heard about this book, it's not a horror. It's like a thriller mystery kind of story. It's a detective kind of thing, and I think it's only been put in this category because people are like, it's Stephen King, it should be horror. So, and I'm sure it's very good, don't get me wrong, I like Stephen King, I'm not even like dissing on it, I just think this is in the wrong category. Okay, let's see. Grady Hendrix, I was expecting to see this up here. Glad it didn't win, quite honestly, because I liked this book, but I didn't love it. T. Kingfisher, was expecting to see that up here. Vampires of El Norte. Rouge, there we go, it was 5th. So it did crack top 5. Again, look at that juxtaposition of votes though. 77,000 for Stephen King, and the 5th one got 17,000. September House did a lot better than I thought it would do. Our Share of Night, that was actually one of the ones I thought was going to win, was Our Share of Night. And it made it to 9th. Ouch. Lone Woman, that was another one that I've heard really good things about. Don't Fear the Reaper. Damn, yeah, a lot of these I thought were gonna get a lot higher up. So, yeah, I mean, we have 2 very, like, big names in horror here at the top, so that's not massively surprising, but yeah, I just don't think it should have been Holly, because I think Holly should have been a thriller. I mean, maybe I'm totally wrong and it is horror, but I mean, it's got the thriller, mystery, crime categories, but it does have horror, and I don't know, I just didn't think this was a horror, but maybe it is. It's classed as a thrilling novel. Well, I don't know, but I wouldn't have thought it was horror. Okay, moving on. Young adult and sci-fi. Come on, Divine Rivals, please. Yes! Yes, it won! Oh my god, it won by a landslide as well. 117,000. And then Stephanie Garber was only, well, not only, but 57. Damn. Okay, Holly Black, as expected. Cassandra Clare, as expected. I say that in a mean way. I like Holly Black and I like Cassandra Clare. Don't get me wrong. I just haven't got around to reading Chain of Thorns yet. I read the first book in the last hours and I really liked it. But this book devastated me. So I'm so happy it's here. Also, fun fact in that I put this in adult fantasy because it doesn't read as YA to me, but it's YA apparently. Powerless, the one I know nothing about. What the River Knows, Studying Drowning. I'd hope that was going to be higher because I'm really intrigued by that one. There you go. Oh, House of Marion and Bring Me Your Midnight was so far down in the list. Damn. Oh, it's a shame. I really want to read both of those. That's the YA. I'm really happy that my choice won. It really deserves it. I'm really happy for it. Okay, young adult. I've got no idea. Probably, is it Holly Jackson or something that does like the One of Us is Dead, One of Us is Lying. I don't know, that series. I read the first book. It was fine. Oh no, Ellie Hazelwood. Oh, good for her. So she didn't win the romance category, but she did win the young adult category. Oh, Brothers Hawthorne made it higher than I thought. There you go. Holly Jackson was the third. Cameron Menace. Oh, Talia Hibbert. I thought she'd have been a bit higher up. I do really want to read Imogen, obviously. Funny story about Suddenly a Murder. I hadn't heard of this until I was in a Waterstones with my friends, and the title just like amused me so much. I was just like yelling to my friends, "Suddenly a Murder!" So yeah, nothing too surprising here, to be honest. I'm very glad that Ellie Hazelwood won. Good for her. Okay, debut novel. Wishing Game? Maybe Wishing Game? Wishing Game or Wayward? Wayward did better in historical, so maybe people would have voted still for Wayward, or maybe it would be Wishing Game. Let's find out. Ah, Wayward. There we go. Yeah. Damn, I really have to read this book. Inkblood Sister Scribe. Mame, September House, Bandit Queens. Glad to see that's high up. Wait, did I just make up a book that should have been here and isn't? Okay, well, whatever that book was, it probably wasn't a debut anyway, so... Oh, I thought it was. Wait. Why are there only 19 books in this category? There was. Wishing Game's been removed? Following new information from an author that they had previously published under a pen name, one book was no longer eligible for this category and was removed. Oh shit, Wishing Game was taken out. Crap. Damn, well, okay. I'm not going to comment on that because I don't know anything about it, but yeah, good for Wayward. Okay, non-fiction. Got no clue. Poverty by America. Okay, that's that book. Didn't know anything about it. I like the second book is called Butts, though. I like to look at the Art Thief just because it's got a bat on the cover. Yeah, I had no opinions in this category. So, I mean, if I'm reading them all, I guess I'm reading it. Memoir and Autobiography. Don't be spare. Please don't be spare. I'm hoping it's going to be Britney, honestly. Yes, Britney Spears. Oh, look at that landslide. 132,000 compared to Prince Harry's 71,000. Oh, Elliot Page made third. Glad for him. I liked this book. It wasn't like my favourite, sadly. I think the writing could have been a bit better, but I enjoyed it well enough. Tamaris, the memoir, she cracked top 10. Good for her. I thought Living Remedy would be higher. It's right down the bottom there. Cool, yes, I'm really glad that Brittany made it, because I've heard a lot of people yell about how good this book is. I like how they're saying this. If you're keeping score at home, Prince Harry's memoir Spare came in second place in this category. Mathematically, that's American pop princess over British royal scion, for Goodreads voters anyway. Justifiably so. Okay, history and biography. Yeah, I was expecting to see this. This isn't really a category I know that well anyway, but this is the only one I've heard of, so yeah, that doesn't surprise me. It like had practically double the one that came second. Humour, I don't know either because it isn't one I read, but the one about the cult, Please Join My Cult, or whatever it was the one that stuck out to me, so... Being Henry, The Fonz, and Beyond. It's an actor, apparently, that I don't know about it. Oh, there we go. Sure, I'll join your cult. That made it third. Good. I'm glad it made it third. Why isn't it on my read list? I want to read it. Thank you. Strong female character. I remember seeing Lala's video about this and her saying that basically this wasn't a funny book. It was a good book, but it wasn't a funny book. So, Quietly Hostile. And that's it. That's the Goodreads Awards. Yeah, we have our winners. Some Ones I was expecting, some I was really not expecting. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about the results for this. It is just this whole thing, obviously, Goodreads is just like a big popularity contest. And obviously certain books that have popular authors, books that are maybe getting yelled about a lot, will be the ones that get to the votes, more so than books that maybe are better, I think is often the critique of these awards. And I do kind of see that. But there are some books that I'm really glad have made it. And honestly, I enjoy these rewards not really just to see the winners, it's to see all the nominations, because I've through these nominations sometimes I found out about some really good books that maybe I would never have heard of before, or maybe I wouldn't have picked up if they hadn't have been picked. So that's always interesting to see, I think. So yeah, some surprises, some things I'm very happy about. Let's see, of these ones, how many have actually read? Not many. I've literally only read 3 books that have won the awards, which is Fourth Wing, In the Lives of Puppets, and Divine Rivals. All 3 which I really liked. So I'm pretty happy that all the ones, yeah, I've rated all 3 of those 5 stars. That is the 2023 Goodreads Awards. That was pretty fun to go through it all and see. I'm still kind of mad about Holly winning horror, not gonna lie, but it is what it is. Very happy that Brittany won Biography. So yeah, that's it for this year. I'll probably do this again next year because it was really fun. Maybe I'll actually do better at predicting next year. Maybe I'll actually read more than 3 books in the fantasy category. We'll see. Thank you for sticking with me as I've gone through this little Goodreads journey. Stay safe, stay cozy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!